Remember the night you made the hardest decision of your life. Maybe it was 3 a.m. You were staring at the ceiling. Your mind felt like a courtroom, evidence constantly being presented, scenarios endlessly debated, but the judge could never reach a verdict. What if I make a mistake? What if I regret not choosing the other option? What if I ruin everything? You know that ache in your stomach, that invisible weight pressing down on your chest. Most of us think decision-making is about predicting the future. We believe if we make the right move, we will be rewarded. If we make the wrong move, we will be punished. As if life is a chess game and the opponent is fate itself. But let me tell you something. It's not making the decision that wears you down. What drains you, what keeps you awake at night, is the helplessness of trying to control an outcome you cannot control. Today, we'll silence that noise. Today, we'll step out of the modern paralysis by analysis and into a mindset that guided Roman emperors, exiled philosophers, and battlefield commanders centuries ago. Welcome to the Stoic art of decision-making. For Stoics, decision-making is not about manipulating the world. There is only one reality for them, the dichotomy of control. To understand it, we need to turn to a favorite metaphor of the ancient world, the story of the archer. Close your eyes and imagine yourself as an archer. Your target stands straight ahead. You hold the bow. How far you pull the string, the steadiness of your stance, your breath, the precision of your fingers, the care of your bow, your aim, all of this is in your control. This is your decision-making process. Up to this point, you are the master. But that microsecond when your fingers release the string, from that moment on, the arrow is no longer yours. A sudden gust of wind might blow it off course. The target might move. The arrow might even break in midair. Once it leaves your hand, whether it hits the mark or misses is no longer your success or failure. It is the domain of the external world. The biggest mistake modern humans make, yours and mine, is trying to control the arrow even after it has left our hands. Please let it work out. Please let this person love me. Please let this investment not fail, we agonize. That is the source of stress. A Stoic mind says, my duty is not to hit the target. My duty is to release the arrow as perfectly, as skillfully, as virtuously as I can. The result? That's fate's problem. Yours is aiming. When you make this distinction, you'll feel a tremendous weight lift off your shoulders, because now you are responsible only for your actions, not their outcomes. So how will you use this philosophy tomorrow morning when facing that hard decision? When you feel indecisive, place a filter in front of yourself. Let's call it the virtue compass. Ask yourself this. Will this choice strengthen my character or weaken it? For Stoics, there is only one good virtue. Money, fame, success, or comfort, these are preferred things, but they are not good. If a decision will make you rich but leave you feeling sold out at night, it is not even a choice. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world, could destroy nations with a single word. Yet he wrote in his journal, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Decision-making is really that simple. We make it complicated. When you start judging options as profitable or not profitable, instead of right or wrong, the fog clears. But I know there is still that whisper in your mind. What if I regret it? What if the worst happens? Stoics had a nuclear weapon for this fear. Premeditatio Malorum, thinking of the worst beforehand. Self-help books tell you, think positively. Send good vibes to the universe. Stoics say the opposite. Imagine the worst. Think of the worst-case scenario if you take that leap. You quit the job and you fail. You run out of money. You may need help from your family. You may move to a smaller home. Play this scenario like a movie reel. Then ask yourself, will this kill me? Almost always the answer is no. People have survived wars, famines, and great losses. You will survive too, Seneca said. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Fear feeds on uncertainty. When you clarify the scenario, you see that the monster is just a shadow. What remains is simply the action you must take. Let's take a historical lesson from Cato. He entered a war for Rome's freedom, even though victory was impossible. Everyone told him, give up, compromise, survive. The logical choice. But for Cato, the decision was never about winning or losing. It was about who he was. He knew he couldn't control the outcome, but he could control his stance. Historically, he lost, yes. Philosophically, he won, and today, he is still remembered as a monument to willpower. The decisions in your life may not change the fate of Rome, but they will change your fate. Which path will you take? Who will you say yes or no to? Ask not what will I gain, but what will this choice make me?